silent or were you silenced? Were you silent or were you silenced?
I feel royal today. Yes, I do. Yes, I certainly do. Look at my hat. Ain't it gorgeous? Yes. I had this on top of my closet. And I had to wear this today because of Meghan and Harry, of course. Let me do my wave. Yes, I love you too. Hi. Let's get into the story. Meghan and Harry. Oh my God. I did not expect to see this on television. I was like, ooh. And Oprah, she is not for nothing the queen of interviews. I enjoyed myself. I had popcorn, I had a cup of tea. I was like, this is juicy. Wow. What I found so disturbing is that she was, if what she's saying is true, I'm not saying if what she's saying is true, but she was so sad and wanted to commit suicide. Wow, that's so heavy. I could not imagine being that sad that you just want to die and kill yourself. Like, oh my God. Some things I'm a little bit suspicious about. Like, you did not look up your husband. Don't know if I believe that story, but whatever. I guess. What I do believe is that there was some form of racism going on in that palace. And I would be like, if I was the only black person in the palace, I personally would not feel comfortable with being the only black person. I'm not even a royal person, and I hate it when I come to somebody's house in a party and I'm like, where are the other, and people stare at you. And sometimes I have to say, because where I live, most of the people are white, live in Holland, and sometimes white people can be unintentionally curious about some stuff, and because they are not familiar with hanging around other black people, Asian people, Moroccan, Turkish people, whatever, they sometimes can ask dumb questions. Questions that we find to be dumb. Some people that live like on a farm somewhere, they almost never come in contact with some foreigner people, and they ask, oh my God, I can, for example, one time at a party, one guy was like, what color is your kitty cat? And I was like, are you seriously asking me this question? It's rude as hell. And in my mind, I'm like, the disrespect for you to ask this question. Okay, this is an overly sexual question, of course, but questions like that you look at yourself like, that you're like, oh my God, is this really happening? Well, those things, whatever, skip. We are not going to talk about the hoo-has today. But sometimes people can be curious about stuff, but they don't know how to ask stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. And that can bring you in a sticky situation, if that is the case, of course. I'm not saying it is, because some people are just flat out racist, and we're not going to deny that, and we're not going to act like, oh, it was just a dumb question. Some people know that what they ask is just flat out rude. Rude as hell, just rude. Well, it was sad for me to see that she was in such a dark place and that she wanted help and nobody wanted to help her, and she went to HR and to the firm. Well, that's like, that in itself, if it's true, that's just foul. If somebody says, I want to kill myself and I don't feel good, why wouldn't you want to help somebody? That's just like foul. And then the racism part, yeah. Every black person knows how it feels when you have those little slight remarks when you're like, okay, Karen, leave me alone, Karen. Don't be rude, Karen. Why don't you just leave me alone, Karen? Why don't you go somewhere else, Karen? Why don't you mind your business, Karen? Leave me alone, Karen. Everybody knows that. That's of a darker complexion, medium dark, beige, whatever. Even if you're biracial, full black, half black, 25% black, 15% black, 10% black, blah de blah. It doesn't matter. As long as people can see that you're not white and you're of another race, sometimes people just have a problem with you. Just your color, your appearance. Doesn't matter if you're nice, if you have a good job, if you're rich. Even Oprah, the thing that she had with the bag. You guys remember, right? Where was she? She was in Italy, right? She's rich. She wanted to have an expensive, I don't know, Gucci bag or something. And the guy in the store was like, no, madam, you cannot have this bag. It doesn't matter if you're rich or black. You're black. That's the problem some people have with us. That's just it. There's no other excuse. It's just what it is. And for her being so, Meghan saying to her, oh my God, I'm lonely. Staying 4 months in the house and just going outside twice. It's lockdown. She was in lockdown. I think everybody on this planet now can know how it feels to stay in your house and not being able to go out. This is a lockdown. And can you imagine you're inside the palace and people are racist to you? So you're in a house. You're not Netflix and chilling at all. You feel unsafe, you feel unwanted. Well, hell, you're pregnant and stressed. And when you ask for help, nobody wants to help you? Oh, no. I would be stressed too. Yeah, if it's true, I would be stressed too, of course. So, if they didn't help her when she wanted and needed help, that's just foul. That's just fucked up. In any situation, I think anybody of any race or gender deserves help when they need help. And if you feel like you need help, go and talk to somebody that you know for sure is going to help you. Let me send that message out there for people that are really in need of help, because I'm not here for people that lie. If you really are in need of help, ask for help. Please do. And then asking about the color of the baby. I'm sorry, but Meghan is a better person than I am. But let me put my royal hat good. Ooh, model that hat. Model pose. I'm feeling this today. I got this off the closet. I have this for years. I had to dust it off a little bit, but I'm feeling the green. Yay. Let's get rich today, bitch. Okay. The color of the baby. Who gives a F? If you would ask me that question, and I'm the nicest black girl you will ever meet on the street, but I think the Compton and the hood, my ancestors, would come out. For real. I think I would beat your ass. To say it really hood, beat your ass. Pregnant and all. And it depends on the tone. The tone is so important because sometimes even me myself, I could say something and not mean it in a vicious way, but it would come out so foul, and then I have to step back and correct myself. But ooh, I would be so mad if you would ask. No, they asked Harry that. Oh, the audacity. Let's take a step back. They didn't even ask it to her face. You're gonna say it to my husband, and then my husband has to come back and give me this message. Rude. Oh my God. Rude, rude, rude. Oh, no. That would be so effed up. Really. I would feel so bad if somebody would do that to me. And the way that's why I've always been a fan of Oprah. I miss the days that she does the Oprah show. She is such a great interviewer. Hats off to Oprah. She did a good job as usual. Wouldn't expect less of her. The only thing that I really would want to know is what that Meghan and Harry answered was, who said it about the baby's color? Who said it? Tell us who said it. We would want to know. Think, for my suspicion, I have 3 people on my list. The dad, the brother, and the sister-in-law. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, you made Meghan cry already. Over something dumb. She seems jealous. If you look at the story, Meghan was everywhere in the tabloids. Oh, you're oversaturated. You're everywhere, but you're nowhere. That's what she said, right? And at the same time, the sister-in-law, they had the same thing with her in the media, and everything she did was, oh, she did the positive, oh, she got some mango for her child, or whatever, blah de blah, and everything she did was like positive. It seems like she was a little bit jealous of Meghan, and that's why she couldn't come out of the house. She made Meghan cry already, and I'm like, oh, she made her also cry. Why would you do that? Rude. And then why would they then flip the story like she did something wrong? Like, ugh, that's just, your soul is foul. Sorry. So yeah, she's my number 1 suspect. After her, the brother and the father are on the same level, but the sister-in-law, number 1 for me. She's the number 1 suspect. Sorry. And then we have, Mr. Piers Morgan, acting like a woman scorned, acting like a real bee. She dumped you and you're mad. How dare this black bee dump me? You must have been upset. Admit it. And ain't he married or something? Like, you were what? Going on a date with a married lady? What was going on? What was going on in this situation? Explain this to me. You went on a date with her. You had a drink or whatever you did, but she left, and after that she went to a party where she met Harry. Couldn't you have just let it go? Just like Elsa, let it go, let it go. Meghan don't want you no more. Let it go. But no, you had to do this whole smear campaign. Because how dare this nigga dump you? Admit you were mad. You were mad. It's like when the ex doesn't want you no more, but you're like the stalker. And you're stalking her in the eyes of the world. Everybody can see you. Nobody's like, just leave this little girl alone. Just leave her alone. But you couldn't. You're so pressed. So pressed. You felt heartbroken. Admit it. Admit it. Just do. Just be honest. Nobody's calling you a racist. But you were dumb till you were mad. We know you were. Let's go on. And then Harry's part of the story. I was like, ooh, the way Harry's part of the story, the way he spoke about how he was scared for his wife, and how the whole situation made him think back like, oh, this is what happened to my mom. We don't want this situation to repeat itself. And I was like, oh, I did not think about it in that way. That's hell yeah. Nobody would want somebody to die again, because let's be honest, since I was young and since I saw that Diana died, I thought something was fishy with that situation. The whole thing with the car, the ambulance waiting for a long time in that tunnel, and she was still alive. In my mind, I guess you know what I want to say. Was a little bit suspect, that situation. And then they say she was pregnant with the other guy's baby. And she was famous. Of all of the royals back in that day, she was the ish. Everybody loved her. I was even young. I was like, yes, Princess Diana. I want to be a princess, Mom. I want to be a princess. Now that I see the whole story with Meghan, I'm like, hell no. This quarantine is enough. I have my own quarantine in this house. But at least I'm happy. I can do what I want. I can speak to who I want. I can go outside whenever I want to go outside. Nobody's pressuring me and giving me stress. And if you would, I would like, in your face. Don't mess with me. So this whole story is going to get more interesting. I am sure of it. Like, what's gonna happen now? Oh, and I forget. It is so nice that in the end, they got support from the black people. Let's come to America, bitches. We will support you. It's a shame that your family is so pressed with your situation that they take away your protection for Prince Harry itself. He was born a prince. Even if he wants to live a normal life, he is still the Prince of England. What you gonna say tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow I'm not black anymore. Tomorrow I'm Chinese. People are gonna look at me like, bitch. What's your problem? You're losing your marbles, like, cool. You're still gonna be black. I'm still gonna be Caroline. That's not gonna change. Just like for Prince Harry, it's not gonna change. You are part of the royal family. So for you to say like, oh, you don't want to live here no more. You don't get protection. You don't get security. And your wife doesn't get security. And your son doesn't get security. That's just mean. And dangerous. If they were getting a lot of death threats and people were trying to really harm them, and she was getting so much bad press, wouldn't you want to protect your grandchild, your son, your brother-in-law? That even if you have a fight, you wouldn't want anything to happen to him, right? I can have a fight with my brother tomorrow, with my sister, with my other sister, with my mom. But in the end, I would want them to be safe anyway. So that fact that you're like, oh, you don't want to do what I say? The hell with you. That says something about that family. Something is sick. Something must be really sick in that family. Because for me to decide one day that, oh, these were the rules, but you're not happy, the hell with you. Off with your head. Go and live your life. But I don't give a F if you're safe. Because that's what happened in the end. That's mean. And that's a nice word that I'm using because talking to you guys. If you were sitting here in my house, I would take off my crown and be like, but I can't. Keeping it PDA. But yeah, I guess I'm going to keep track of this story because I was entertained like a Mother Emmer. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had my popcorn and my English tea, and I was like, ooh. You go, Oprah, ask those questions. Yes. Well, for now, I'm gonna end this. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, click the thumbs up, of course, click the notification bell, and see you in the next video. Bye to the crown princess of YouTube, Royalness. Toodles. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Bye.